Hello, welcome to the Informatica Video Knowledge Base. Today, I will be demonstrating how to debug UMP when seeing the error RegID in use. In this video, I will describe to you the error in detail, the concept of strong RegID versus weak RegID, a high-level view of the UMP registration process, and how to debug the error in real time using the UMP web monitor. The error RegID in use either indicates that registration with a UMP store failed because the topic and registration ID is already registered with the store, or a previous registration has not been gone long enough for a new registration to occur. This behavior is known as strong RegID. To enable strong RegID, an application must set UME activity timeout and UME state lifetime for the source and/or receiver. The store must also set the corresponding values: source activity timeout, receiver activity timeout, and source state lifetime, receiver state lifetime. For more information on these attributes, I will point you to a knowledge base article at the end of the video that provides an in-depth view of these settings. Weak RegID is enabled by default if the previous attributes are not configured for strong RegID. The difference in behavior is that instead of receiving a registration error, subsequent registrations on the same topic and RegID will register successfully, and they will bounce another source or receiver that may have already been registered. This can be problematic if you have sources or receivers contending for the same registration, as they will flap back and forth. The source registration process is as follows. An application with a source on topic A is created. It attempts to register with the store using session ID 1234. The store then sends the success code back to the source with a RegID of 4. Now let's say another application starts with a source on topic A. It also attempts to register to the same store with the same session ID 1234. In this case, the store returns an error to the source and says RegID is in use. The most common cause of this error is when there is an existing source in the environment already registered with the store. The trick to debugging this is being able to determine where that particular source is. So let's try and catch this in an application and try and find it using the web monitor. So I will start a source that I know will intentionally be locked out because I have another source with the same topic already running with the same set of stores. It's on topic.1. We'll just wait a second for it to find the stores. And there it is. Error registering source with UME store. Error in UME registration, RegID 0 is in use. You may notice that the error says RegID 0. That is because we are using session IDs and the source does not have the RegID saved in its state. So what we'll do now is open up a webmon. We're going to go to stores. Store 1 is one of the 3 stores I'm currently using. And you see these are the topics that are currently registered. We tried topic.1, so we're going to go ahead and click on its RegID. And up here, this is the information we're really looking for. This is the RegID, this first number here on the top line. And then next we see source and then this string here. This is known as the source string. And the first 2 numbers here are the IP and port of where this source is currently registered. So if we go to that machine, and we run a netstat and do a grep for our port number 13103, we see the connection is starting from is right here, UME msource PID 1845. So that is how we find the contending RegID. If we want, we can do a kill on 1845, and then if we go back to our other source, it will have to wait for that UME activity timeout, but it will be able to register. I believe the RegID timeout I have set is for 30 seconds, so we'll come back in a second for that. And that's basically it. Please check out this knowledge base article, Understanding Registration IDs with UMP. It has a very in-depth knowledge of all the different attributes for setting the UMP activity timeouts. And then for also getting started with the UMP Web Monitor, you can check out this video enabling and viewing the Ultra Messaging Persistence Web Monitor. We'll go back and take a quick look, and we see our registration is in fact complete. We can just pull that up. There we go. As always, we'd like to hear from you, your feedback regarding these videos. You can contact us here. Thank you for watching.